What's going on, Python noobs? Welcome back to episode 5. Before I get rolling, hit the like, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far. Subscribe. And in this episode, we're going to be covering inputs, printing, formatting, and outputs. And we'll also have an assignment like the last couple episodes. So inputs. Your programs can also take an input from a user and utilize it. Python lets us solicit inputs from the user with very intuitively named function, input parentheses. It enables us to prompt the user to enter information which we can further manipulate. An example, we can take a user's input and save it as a variable, print it straight to the terminal, and do anything else we might like. So when we use the input function, we can pass in a string. If we wanted to query the user for their favorite food, this is the example you would use, and as you can see on the left, I typed it into PyCharm. It doesn't print successfully, so I had to use the Python, what's it called? The frame, Python frame, and it came out, what is your favorite food? I put Whataburger. I printed my favorite food, and it printed Whataburger. So you should be prompted to input your favorite food. You can save multiple variables this way and print them all at once using print. After you input text, it will be stored as a variable in your program. Input command can be used along with string formatting to inject variables into the text prompt that the user will see. If we had a variable called username that stored the name of the user, we could structure the input as you can see, and I typed it on the left. What is your name? I put GOS, and it wasn't coming out exactly as I wanted, but yeah. I highly recommend that you use both PyCharm and the Python program to do this code as well. Just in case it's not working in PyCharm, try it in Python. So printing and formatting outputs. What should we do if we are in the process of printing a very long message? We can use triple quotes to surround our string, allowing to print multiple lines. And as you can see, the example using the triple quotes, it'll give us, by using triple quotes, we can divide our print statement onto multiple lines, making it easier to read. As you can see, I typed it in PyCharm, and it came out and printed this way. So what if we need to print characters that are equivalent to string formatting instructions? \t in our string will put a tab in the middle of our string, and then we print that, and it will give us back, we want a actual tab here, not a tab. And I did that both in PyCharm. It was giving me issues, so I just did it in the Python program. The escape character we want to use is the raw string character, and R before the first quote in a string. So example, print R quotation mark, we want a /t here, and that'll give us back the \t. Instead of actually putting a tab there, they just give us the raw, what's called a raw string. If we want a tab in the middle of our string, we use special formatting characters in our string referred to as using an escape character. Escaping a string is a method of reducing the ambiguity in how characters are interpreted. We escape the typical method that Python uses to interpret certain characters, and characters we type are understood to be part of the string's value. Primarily use / to escape a string. The / prompts Python to listen for a unique character, wow, I typed that twice. To follow that will be translated to a specific string formatting command. So \n starts a new line. 2 backslashes print out the / itself. / quotation prints out the double quote instead of the double quote marking an end of the string. And same thing with the single quote, / single quote. So the input and formatting exercise we'll do today. We'll write a program that prompts the user for an answer to several different questions, prints out the answers on different lines using a single print statement, and I'll input myself going over this exercise right here. Alright guys, we're here in PyCharm and I am going to type out I actually wrote down my code first on my notebook before looking at their code. So I'm going to go ahead and type it out. Okay, so this covers the first aspect, which first part of the program, which is prompts the user for answers to several different questions. Okay, those are our several different questions. Oh, I need to add some spaces real quick. Okay. It's kind of cool how PyCharm, tells you, okay, you need to fix this part of the code before you move on. I like that. Okay, so the second part of the program wants you to print out the answers on different lines using a single print statement. So here we go, typing that. Okay, so I finished typing that. It tells you have too many characters, so I moved over. Favorite rock, yes. Favorite mineral, favorite geologic subject. I think this is correct. Okay, let's oh. So let's try running it. What is my favorite mineral? Let's say pyrite. What is my favorite rock? Like nice. And then what is my favorite hydrogeology? And there you go. It printed everything. Everything was looks good. So we have our first successful code. Woo! And then the books example, and I'll have that typed up as a video right here. So the book's example is favorite underscore food equals input. What's your favorite food? Favorite animal? Just different questions. And then you print the favorite food is, as you can see, that code gets pretty long, but \n creates a new line, and it'll prompt you for every single question. And then when you print it, it'll print everything you set as a variable. And so we're about to head into more advanced intermediate stuff in relation to Python. So before we move on, we want to review previous episodes and make sure we understand what variables are, operators, strings, integers, floats, typecasting, lists, list slicing, tuples, dictionaries, inputs, and print formatting. We want to make sure we know how to define these, as the next chapters are digging deeper into more advanced techniques. And thank you for watching. Please hit the like, the subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of this series so far. And the next episode, we're moving into, like I said, more advanced stuff. So we'll be covering conditional statements and control flow statements. Thank you all for watching.